So let's go ahead and look at the product types of our Drupal commerce website. If you come into products and go to variation types, or again, go to store settings, product settings to variation types, either will work. You get to see your different product variation types that you currently have. By default, there is just a general product variation. And this is what we used when we created our stickers. You can always change the name if you wanted to, or you can look at the different fields, and we'll go ahead and click that. So if we click Manage Fields, you'll see there's a product SKU, and if you remember, we entered in a SKU when we were doing our sticker products. The title, the price, the status, and then the images. So that matches up perfectly. So we're going to go ahead now and create our own, because shirts are a little bit different and have a few different settings or attributes on them, such as size. You may have a small, a medium, or a large shirt. So we're going to go ahead and add a new product variation type.
All right, to add a product variation type, simply click on the big blue button. And then there'll be a couple fields we have to fill in. First of which would be the name field, so we'll call it shirts.
And you're going to want to make sure you don't check this button if you want to follow along. And we explained this briefly in the video before this, but we just want to make sure that we are going to use one product display type for all of our different products, because we want every product page to look the same. We could click Save and Add Fields, which will just bring us to the Manage Fields page, or we can click Save, and then once this saves, click on the Manage Fields link to get to the same thing.
So now we want to add a couple of unique fields to this shirt variation type. So the first field we're going to add is going to be for the image.
And you should be able to go, since there's already a product type that uses these same fields, you can add an existing field. So if you come down to this drop down, look for field images. If you click that, it'll fill everything in. Click Save. And once this goes, you'll see a settings page. But since we are using the existing field, we want to keep all the settings exactly the same as the other product type. So just click Save again. Okay, so now we added our images field, so we can make sure we have shirt images. It's looking very similar now to the Manage Product page of the other product variation type. So if you see, there are 5 fields here: SKU, title, price, status, and images. If you go to variation types and look at the product manage fields, you'll see there are the same number and same fields: SKU, title, price, status, and images. If we go to add a product and we go to product display, you'll notice that nothing has changed yet. And that's because when you add a new product here, it doesn't know what type that you want to be able to have a choice of more than one product. So there's a few ways we can do that, and we'll actually talk about that in a future video, but just be aware that you can't quite add your shirt products yet. We also need to add a few connectors in the background to make all this work.
The connectors are basically product attributes. So what that is allowing you to select different sizes, for example, small, medium, large, etc., colors and that. So in the next video here, we're going to add a field for shirt sizes.